But she knows you and you know her, obviously,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is a good thing. Janice, you know when you were young, did you used to have like a doll's house?
Yes.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you were... Now, what's that settee got to do with it? Were you playing with it there? Or
Don't know.
you used to have like a doll's house and you used to
I had
like
a
play...
doll's house that my uncle made for me, and it
Yeah.
had electric lights in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
granddad went and gave it to Salvation Army. I would
Yeah,
love that.
yeah. And whereabouts which house was it? Was
Well, we
it?
lived at Lois Having at Lenton, and then we lived at Broughton Drive at Woollerton Park.
Yeah, you were like fascinated. You kept looking inside to
We used
see.
to play it a lot.
Yeah, yeah, this doll's house, and
Yeah, I love my dolly's house.
yeah, your mum, is she? You see your mum occasionally, don't
Every
you?
day.
Yeah, your mum's actually. She don't walk too good, does she?
No, she's in a
She's got a
wheelchair.
stick. Has she got?
Yeah,
She used
she's
to
in a
have a
wheelchair.
stick. She's got a wheelchair now.
Yeah.
Because she used to come here and she used to sort of like
Yeah.
put her hand on this banister and don't walk down the
Yeah,
stairs.
she can't walk now. She's 90 now.
Yeah, but you know when she was here, did she
Yeah.
sort of like call you saying, "Please take me down the stairs"? And
Yeah.
she did, didn't she? Yeah, yeah,
You know, this D-Day today,
yeah.
they reckon that some people, they can at night hear all the battle, like they can hear the battle.
Really.
So they've gone back 70
I'd like to go there actually, and see what I can pick up, because I think I'm getting particularly sensitive. I don't know why. I mean, I mean the church actually. A lot of, well, a few people I've spoke to, you know, they say to me, "Oh, this is evil," you know. You're going to go to hell.
No,
You're going to go to hell.
How do they know?
I've been on this Catholic site, and they said to me, "God, may God have mercy on your soul."
Oh, how do they know?
Well, they banned me, but at the end of the day, they.
What did you say to them?
I was just saying, told them I'm a sidekick, and one of them said to me, "Okay, tell me what ring I've got on my finger." I said, "I don't do tricks like that, you know, because I think it also, you know, I used to sort of like throw Christian verbs back to them, like "Thou shalt not tempt me," and when Jesus went into the wilderness and he met the devil says, "Well, do this and do that," and he said, "Thou shalt not tempt thy Lord thy God," or something like that. I can't remember the exact text. Yeah, and there was like, you know, also references to Moses as well, where, you know, the Pharaoh said to him, "Well, you know, perform a trick," you know, and he got the stick and he changed it into a snake. Yeah, I mean, these things sort of never actually, you know, get anywhere, because people have got the soul bias, you know, attitude that they are there to prove you wrong. They won't, I mean, you look at things pretty neutral, you see, because when I ask you a question, you ask me, you answer it truthfully. A lot of people just try and put you down to say, "Well, I've caught you out.
Not your bad.
Not your back." Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's not many of them who do it. I mean, there's one particular guy who was having a go at me, who was on the internet, and I could actually, I said, "I can see you." He said, "No," he said, "you can't see me." I said, "I could see you." And I'm a vegetarian, and he says, "Oh, you want to eat some meat, you know, and get your strength back and all that." And I said, "Look," I said, "take the meat and put it behind your ponytail, you see." And he went silent. And I said to him, I said, "By the way, how do you, you know, have your hair?" And he was a guy of about 55 years old. You can imagine kids of probably 19, 20 with ponytails. And he wrote back and he says, "Well, my hairstyle has got nothing to do with this conversation." And I said, "Well, how do you wear your hair?" He says, "Well," he says, "I wear it in a ponytail." You see, so he admitted it, but he didn't want to at the time, you know, and all that. And I've done quite a lot of this on the internet. And one guy said to him, I said to him, remora, you know, where, what's that got to do with you?" And he went silent. This other guy came up and he says, "That's my village where I live in New Zealand," you know.
Yeah.
So you sometimes get the messages crossed,
Yeah.
but they're there.
They are
And
there.
at the end of the day, I mean, some people call it a gift. I'm particularly sensitive to it. I mean, I walk in town and I feel things, and sometimes I wish I don't feel things because the general. I know I'm rambling on a bit here, but generally the sort of things what you pick up is, you know, when people actually meet you,
Mm.
they reach out their hand and they try and shake your hand, well, you know, and introduce themselves as, you know, to be friendly and say, well, yeah, I mean, nice to meet you. But you know, if you can actually read people, what their heads, brains are saying is different to what the mouth is saying.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. You know, you sort of like get messages like, I hate your guts.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is what people are like, you know. And when you're walking in town, all you seem to pick up is I want, I want, I want. And you know the power, it's just so nauseating.
Yeah, I don't like Nottingham.
And you sort of feel, you know, you can't, you think, oh, I can't put up with it. It's not just Nottingham, it's the way people think, because outside they create a different, you know, feeling than what is contained within their personal thoughts. You know, I mean, for example, you can't go up to somebody and say, well, I don't like the look of you.
No.
But people think it. And sometimes when you don't agree with people, you know, when you say, well, I see this as blue and you see it as brown, they'll say, oh, I don't like this guy, you know, he's seeing something different to what I'm seeing. And so they've got this automatic dislike for you. And sometimes you pick that up, you know, but having said that, you pick a lot of genuine people up. I mean, like yourself. I mean, you're genuine.
And John Levy, she's nice.
Yes. I've got a feeling with Jan, she's a bit strict, but
She?
she can be a bit sort of like strict.
She's a vicar, you know.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
I think
But,
she goes to St Leonard's now. Though.
yeah.
She left our church.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think you meet all sorts of people. I mean, sometimes I pick up the, you know, I get the wrong, you know, impressions, but generally, you know, you get a feeling. I think particularly with you, I think it's because, I don't know, are you emotional at all?
Oh, very.
Oh, well, that's why.
Very.
That's why.
We're very emotional.
Yeah.
We are.
So like, they
yeah.
sort of very, very, very
Terrible,
emotional.
over emotional.
Yeah.
Terrible.
The problem is, the thing is with emotions, Jan, I'll just explain that briefly, is that when you think, you know, when you're highly, especially if you're highly strung,
Yeah.
yeah,
All our
that's it.
family
That's
are.
why I'm picking it up. When you're highly strung, there's like, these feelings emanate in the atmosphere, you know, and if you get a psychic who comes along, he'll feel the etheric, you know, it's what it's called, it's residual energy. You see, it's like emotion is in an energy, and psychics can pick it up. There's nothing religious about it. It's just basically feelings what you pick up, and sometimes you can actually pick a feeling up from somebody else through another person.
Yeah.
You know, and it's called a thread.
Oh.
You see, so you know, I mean, for example, if you touch that, you get a feeling of the shop, and then you get the manufacturer, and so on, because you sort of like connected. So it works in like a strange sort of way, but I especially get a lot of feelings with your house.
Have you still got your place at Newark?
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
you had feelings about that, didn't you?
Did I tell you what happened?
About that ghost?
Yeah, well, you know what was happening there. The doorbell was ringing. Did I tell you?
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, I found out what it was.
What?
They were actually warning me about the neighbours, because the neighbours, bit of a long story. The neighbours were, well, they wouldn't speak to my girlfriend because they were too high and mighty, but they started having it in for me because I didn't belong, because I wasn't up to the high class what they are, you see.
Who they think they are.
Exactly, and what they used to do, they used to burn the bonfires. They used to sort of get the barrel loads full, burning the bonfires about 25 feet away from the house.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, I mean, they live about 400 yards away. Take the bonfire rubbish. Not only that, you invite their friends to do the same.
Oh.
And eventually you get this thick black smoke. The curtains are black, and I approached them and I said, look, is there an alternative to this? He says, no, you can't do anything about it. And just to show you, I can light another one now.
Oh, what a nasty
Yeah,
even.
yeah. I said, okay, so I'll go to the council. So I went to the council and I reported them. The council's actually intervened. They started picking on me and I had my oil pinched.
Can't you smooth?
No. The thing is, with being like I am sensitive, trouble follows me. I can't get away from it. If I go one place, it's calmer. So the thing is, I had my oil pinch, and they said, right, you invite crime to the area. I said, it's not my fault. Yeah, because I got my oil pinched.
Oh.
And I thought, well, okay. And, I had a word with the PCSO, which is the plastic bobby, and he said, oh, you want to do this, you want to do that. Anyway, I got some CCTV cameras, and I started putting the cameras up to protect my house. Anyway, they come across saying, don't you come and spy on me and my children. Yeah, and I said, go away. And then, the husband comes up and he came to hit me.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was on my ladder, and he came over to the house, and I thought, well, that's it. So I got the police in. You see, so the thing is, the police intervened, and they gave him a caution, and all the neighbours are actually on his side because he's the kingpin of the area. He's but it's just what they gave a name into it, and basically the neighbours have stopped talking to me.
Oh,
So it's got a peace and quiet. So the thing is, there's two lots of neighbours who stopped talking. The very ones where the doorbell was ringing every time they, went outside. It was like saying, watch out for them. And also, when the central heating guy came, and I had my recorder on, and there was a voice on the recorder saying, you will have trouble from them. And I did, because I had to get the inspector, we had a boiler condemned and things like that. So I had no end of trouble. And now the doorbell ringing is stopped. The messages actually come through. Spirits, the spirit world has actually got through to me. And it's all quiet.
God.
But your mum, did she used to have a brown stick? Or am I...
Still got one.
She still got one? Still got the brown,
Like
with a curved
one.
handle?
Yeah, like a shepherd's crook.
Yeah. God, I'm good, aren't I? Really sort of... And she used to stand here. She used to, Janice, can you help me down the stairs? I'm right, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this doll's house, I can see, so I'm looking into it, and it's like, it's really weird. I don't get... Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to shut up. Yes, electric lights. Yeah, and you were like looking like the little people inside of the... Yeah, furniture and all that. And you just like sort of like, but dead innocent, a most, what's the word I can describe? Most quiet child you can imagine, full of innocence. And
Still I'm George.
I'm not. And that's what you sort of get. Oh God, what have I got? Yeah.